Max was just an ordinary kid with an ordinary backpack, or so he thought. Every morning, he slung his faded red pack over his shoulder, stuffed it with textbooks, half-smashed granola bars, and random Lego pieces he forgot to take out the day before. But today, today was going to be anything but ordinary. It started when Max was rummaging through his backpack at recess. His mission? To locate the one perfectly sharpened pencil that somehow always found its way to the bottom of the bag. But instead of grabbing graphite, his fingers brushed against something. It wasn't smooth like a pen or squishy like an eraser. It felt furry, but not gross furry, more like the top of his dog's head after a bath furry. Confused, Max pulled his backpack closer to peer inside, and that's when it happened. The backpack moved. Not a wiggle or a zippered slump. It moved, like it had its own pulse, its own mind. Max jumped back in shock, his backpack making a sound like a low hum mixed with giggling. "Okay, this is officially weird," Max murmured as he glanced around the playground. None of his classmates were paying attention. They were too busy kicking soccer balls or hanging upside down from jungle gyms. "Hello?" he whispered into the pack. And then, to Max's utter disbelief, a tiny voice echoed back, "Finally, you found me." Max froze. Was someone playing a prank on him? Nested between his math homework and a crumpled tortilla chip was something extraordinary. A shimmering little figure surrounded by glittering lights. It was a sprite dressed in a suit that looked like it was stitched together from clouds and pieces of starlight. "It's about time you noticed me," the sprite huffed, brushing tortilla crumbs off its tiny shoulders. Who are you? What are you?" Max stammered. "I'm Spark," said the sprite, "your magic backpack guide." "My what now?" Spark rolled its sparkling eyes. "Your backpack's been enchanted, kid. You're the new keeper of this gateway. Inside this ordinary-looking bag is access to 1,000 worlds. Adventures, mysteries, treasures, basically a whole lot of awesome. But you've got to be careful. The backpack can be a little unpredictable." Max blinked. This was either the coolest thing ever, or he was having a drowsy daydream from eating too much cereal this morning. Spark waved its tiny hands. Suddenly, Max's bag started glowing with a swirling blue light. Is that safe?" Max yelped, holding the backpack at arm's length. Ignoring his question, Spark hopped onto Max's shoulder, pointing at the light. "Time's wasting, kid. Open it up." Max held his breath, unzipped the glowing blue pocket, and peeked inside. What he saw wasn't textbooks or leftover snacks anymore. It was a vast, spiraling vortex, like someone had somehow crammed starry skies, shimmering waterfalls, and mountains into his backpack. And oh yeah, something roared from the depths. Max barely had time to yelp before Spark tugged his ear. "Let's go!" "Wait, go where?" Max asked, but Spark didn't answer. Instead, Max felt himself being pulled in by the vortex. The next thing he knew, Max was standing in a jungle filled with glowing trees. Huge, rainbow-colored birds flitted overhead, their wings leaving sparkling trails in the air. "Whoa," Max whispered in awe. "Cool, huh?" Spark grinned. "Welcome to the first stop on your backpack adventure. This is the Lumina jungle. You might want to keep an eye out for—" Oh wait, too late. Before Max could ask what Spark meant, a loud crash filled the air. A huge creature emerged from the jungle, a mix between a gorilla, a dragon, and maybe some kind of neon-colored lizard. It had emerald scales, wings folded across its back, and glowing eyes that seemed to hold the secrets of the universe. Spark's voice turned chipper. "That's a Lumisaur. Cool, huh? Just, try not to make it mad. They don't like kids." "What?" Max shrieked, ducking behind a nearby crystal. "Why didn't you tell me this sooner?" "You'll figure it out," Spark said nonchalantly. Max was about to protest when the Lumisaur sniffed the air, growled low, and stomped closer. Spark suddenly darted forward, waving its arms. "Hey, Glowzilla! Over here!" The Lumisaur turned its giant head toward Spark, intrigued by the shining sprite. Taking Spark's distraction as his cue, Max scrambled to his feet and lunged back into his glowing backpack. He didn't land in the same jungle. Nope, now he was standing in a floating palace made entirely of clouds. Beneath his feet stretched endless skies, soft and golden from a rising sun. "Okay, this is both awesome and terrifying," Max muttered, clutching his backpack tighter. And this was just the beginning. Over the next hour, if that's what it was hard to tell time when bouncing between dimensions. Max trekked across desert planets with singing sand dunes. He swam through oceans filled with schools of talking fish. He even outran a squad of mischievous goblins on a mountaintop. But the backpack wasn't all fun and games. Sometimes it felt like more of a challenge than an adventure. Like when Max found himself knee-deep in snow, facing icy winds that carried whispers from unseen creatures. Or when a giant creature resembling a rubber duck blocked his path, quacking with authority. And the field of lily pads, each one hiding a surprise that popped up when least expected. Max soon realized the backpack wasn't just a gateway to adventures, but a path filled with the unexpected. And that was the true magic, discovering the unpredictable wonders that lay beyond the ordinary. Max soon realized the backpack wasn't just a gateway to adventures, but a path filled with the unexpected. And that was the true magic, discovering the unpredictable wonders that lay beyond the ordinary. Each new adventure revealed something extraordinary, reminding Max that life was full of surprises, waiting to be discovered with every unzip of the backpack. Embracing the unexpected, Max knew that with Spark by his side, there were no limits to where the backpack might take him next.